guys. I think it's sometime in July, like 12th or 13th. I'm out here this morning trying to get this done real quick. I got one of my old boss man let me borrow his walk behind bush hog. This thing works good. We used it a bunch when I was younger, but anyways, we second year at this place. I'm just trying to do something different, get me a little food plot going in here. Just a good, nice stick bed and good transition area for him. And we just had just a couple lanes through here, up your chances a little bit of seeing them. So we're gonna do that, and stay tuned. Alright guys, you wish you could feel my shirt. I am soaking wet. Got to cover up my bald head too. Get sunburnt through that. It don't feel good. But anyways, I'm planning on hunting out of, let's see, right there, that big pin. Look, there's two of them there. I hadn't got everything behind me. Over here, bush I'll get it, but we got this about halfway done. I still gotta go and cut a lane straight down through there to the creek. I'm gonna cut a little bit more of that right there out behind that pine, and probably cut that pine tree down as well. Just trying to have like a little micro plot here. That'll be, that's about as far as I'm gonna go. That's probably 60 yards I had to guess from the tree. So gotta go. I'm gonna do probably a lane here and maybe a lane right there. I'm gonna leave a lot of this here so it covers me when I draw, because I put a bunch of brush here to keep the deer from coming through there. I want them to come right behind these trees, come right here, and I left this big limb here for a scrape tree. So we're gonna see how that goes. If that don't pan out, I might just put one right here. So anyway, stay tuned. There, access with the money. Put that stuff right there also to hide me walking in. Put a little more right there. We're gonna be Monday. What's going on, guys? It's July 18th. Back over here the same week, just a couple days later, trying to get this plot ready. I guess you'd call it the poor man's plot. I'll walk behind bush hog. Got him a trail right there cut coming from the bottom. Now I'm fixing to go cut a lane all the way to the creek right here, straight down, probably like 3 or 4 of those wide, so a couple feet. But I'm gonna go back over this again, this other stuff that I did, and I'm gonna work my way back around on this side of that tree. Think about leaving it thick right here maybe, because my stand's gonna be right back up in there. But I already had deer in here, so they were here an hour after I started cutting the other day, so we'll see. Hopefully it works. Stay tuned. Guys, well, we're about halfway done with these 2 lanes here. So I got one straight behind me. It's only about, I don't know, I'd say it's probably 80 yards, 60 to 80 yards from the stand. I think I'm gonna take it on back in there, because this one here that I'm doing, it's a little bit longer. I'm gonna have to cut a couple things, but right here, I've already got a couple. It takes a couple straps to get back and get it right, but I'm gonna have to clean. I'm gonna cut this down low. That way I'm not cutting too much, and rim that up. Cut this and then rim up some more things, but I'll take you down through here and see. Here's this other lane. I gotta cut that. Cut this down. Probably gonna rim up this whole tree here. This whole tree. And take this lane on down probably another 20 yards. Because my tree is gonna be right there. So this will be a nice little plot, I think. Like I said, I already had deer in here the first day. Like literally, I left an hour, put my camera up, left within an hour. I had pictures of some deer. But I'm gracious for these people letting me hunt. Do this on their property. I've always been an advocate of asking and helping, doing whatever. And every time he needs some help on the farm, I try to help him. And just keep them happy. Don't mess up their property. Ask before you do stuff, and most of the time you'll be able to keep your property for a while. At least that's what I've kind of learned over the years, but it's hot. But we're gonna get back to it. We gotta get home in a little while and take a nap. We gotta go to work night shift tonight, so you gotta get it how you live, man. All right, everybody, got that one done way back here. Got back that one there. My tree is gonna be right there. I need to cut a couple limbs out of there. But I've got another lane here. Got another 50, 60 yarder. Same thing over here. Hit this one more time. This is gonna be the bigger area of the plot. So I got that there. I left one limb here for a scrape tree. Ended up having to cut the tree my camera was on, but just made me a homemade post, man. Heck yeah. Like I said, that's it. And then I piled all this brush up right here because my tree's there, my access is here. I'll be hidden walking and just cross that fence, jump right in the stand. Got a good north wind or a west wind coming that way. It's gonna be real nice in here, real nice. I wish y'all could see the sweat. And these First Light shirts, they're pretty tight fit. That thing is soaked. Bodysuit, pants, 2 different colors. Gloves, hat. We got it done. 2 hours worth of work there, so that's probably 4 hours total of just bush hogging and cutting limbs for the lanes. So overall not bad, especially since I've never kind of been in there and done anything in there, so pretty pleased with it. But if I had to guess, I'm gonna have about 4 hours worth of spraying to do. I'm probably gonna have to spray it twice, and I'm gonna make sure I get it right the first 2 times so I don't have to do it again, and then hopefully be able to plant by September. Still figuring that part out due to me not having the equipment, and honestly I can't get in there. I have to crawl under the barbed wire fence with that bush hog, and I guess I'm gonna ask him to put a gate up. That way my cousin said he'd bring his tractor up here and do whatever disc, and then I can plant a lot easier and have a good spot to come hunt, you know, and also bring my nephew. And project after that is gonna be to get us a platform built right on that edge of that tree line there. That way I can hunt this whole field. Sat there in a lawn chair last year, so worked out pretty good, shot one. But anyways, gonna get to the house. Stay tuned.